You know what? I was thinking about something really cool today, and I just had to tell someone about it. So, I was walking to school, right? And I saw this really big cloud in the sky, and it looked exactly like a dragon. I mean, it had this huge tail and everything, and it was like floating slowly over the trees, kind of like it was guarding the whole school. And I thought, wow, that's not just any cloud, that's a magic dragon. I even imagined it breathing fire, but like friendly fire, like warm sunlight kind of fire, not scary, just cozy. And I was like, maybe it's my secret guardian spirit. I'm not even sure why I think that. But I just felt really special, like I was being watched over by a dragon that only I could see. And then I turned around, and my backpack slipped a little bit, and I was like, oh, because one of the straps was loose. I didn't want to fall. So I grabbed it really fast and kept going. But guess what? That's when I saw something even better on the ground, like right in front of me. There was a little ant, tiny but really busy, carrying a leaf almost as big as its whole body. And I thought, whoa, this ant is a superhero. It was working so hard, and I couldn't help but cheer it on. I said, super quiet, you've got this, little guy. And I even did a tiny high five in the air. I know it sounds silly, but I swear I felt like I helped it. So I followed it a little to see where it was going, and it turned out to be a whole ant parade. Like this little team marching in straight lines, all carrying things. It was like their own tiny army, and I was like, wow, they really have a job to do. And then I realized I'm kind of like that too. I go to school every day and try my best, even when it's hard. Like when we had math homework with fractions. I didn't even know what 1/6 was, but I kept trying until I figured it out. So maybe being a kid is like being a tiny superhero too. We all have to carry our own leaf every day, like backpacks and homework and being kind and even helping others when they're sad. I also think about what's going to happen when I grow up. I want to be a scientist or an astronaut. Maybe even both. Like, I saw a video about Mars and I was like, I want to go there. I mean, imagine walking on red dirt and seeing stars super close. And I think if I work hard like the ants do, maybe I can go there too. I just know I have to keep learning. Like right now, I'm studying how plants grow. And guess what? I found out that they actually move a little bit every day, like super slowly, but they kind of twist or stretch toward the sun. That blew my mind. I asked my teacher about it, and she said, yes, that's called phototropism. And I was like, cool. I just learned something new. I even made a little notebook where I draw all the plants and what they need. Water, sunlight, love. I think plants need love too. Because when I take care of them and say nice things, they grow bigger. Like the one in my room, I named it Tall Tina. She's getting taller every day. And I'm kind of like that too, growing every day, learning new things, making friends, and even learning to be happy when things don't go perfectly, like last week. I dropped my sandwich, and I was kind of sad. But then my best friend Sammy gave me his spare one, and we laughed about it. And that made me feel better. I also like to help other kids. Like there's this girl in class, Lily, who sometimes gets scared during presentations. I told her, it's okay to be nervous, I feel that way too. And I even gave her a little lucky rock I found in the park. It's smooth and shiny, and she said it brings her good luck. And now she's getting braver every day. I think being kind is like a superpower too. I really believe that everyone has their own special things, like my friend Leo, who can draw amazing dinosaurs. He once drew a dinosaur that looked like it could come alive. And I told him he's the best artist in the whole world, not just because it looked cool, but because he tries and tries until he gets it right. That's what I want to be, like someone who doesn't give up, who helps others, and who believes in magic. Even if it's just a dragon-shaped cloud or a brave ant. I mean, who says grown-ups don't see magic. Maybe they just forget. I still remember when I was little, and I thought butterflies were fairies wearing wings. I never stopped believing in that. I still look for fairies whenever I see a butterfly, and today when I saw that dragon cloud, I felt super excited, like the world was showing me a secret, and I want to keep being that way, curious, kind, brave, and always seeing the cool stuff everyone else might miss. Like, tomorrow I'm going to the park with my mom, and I'm going to look for animal footprints. I'm going to collect leaves and maybe find a ladybug, and I'll tell it a secret too if it wants to listen. And I think that's what makes being a kid so awesome. You see things differently, you notice things that others don't. I also think about the big universe, like, are we alone? And sometimes I wonder if there are other kids on other planets who are looking up and seeing clouds that look like dragons, too. Maybe we're all connected, even if we're far apart. I think that's beautiful, so today I felt really happy. Because even if my backpack strap broke, I saw magic. And that's what matters, right? Being open to wonder even on ordinary days. Because sometimes the most amazing things happen when you're just walking to school, like dragons in the sky or ants who save the day. That's the kind of story I want to live full of curiosity, kindness, and little adventures. Maybe one day when I'm older, I'll look back and say, wow, I was so brave and full of ideas when I was a boy. And I hope I never forget that feeling that everything is possible as long as you believe. Keep trying and maybe even talk to ants because you never know who might be listening or who could be your next best friend.